And we are back with some exciting Valorant action after that amazing best of 3 series that we saw Fate just recently play in. They are now pitted against Kaqzi, who came out 2-0 in their series match. We are now going to get the exciting semifinals. And you know, I'm a little bit concerned by Fate, right? These are guys that have already played 71 rounds. They played a full best of 3 match, and now they have to go against a very fresh Kaqzi.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. Like there is no beating around the bush. Like you said, they played 71 rounds. So not only are they probably exhausted, but at the same time, if Kaqzi are, I don't know, if they're proactive, they could literally go and turn on the stream and see exactly what they've done in 3 different maps for a long time. That's a lot of this information to absorb about how these teams play. So depending on how adaptable they are, they could end up changing some stuff for the specific team. But once again, we'll have to see. We don't know for the time being. We'll have to get into what they have to bring out. But I mean, it's kind of standard stuff. Nothing too surprising. We got the double duelist, Volt and Ken on the Reyna and the Jet respectively of the Sky, which we've seen before. And of course on Fate, it should be identical picks. We have the Viper. That's the team of Kaqzi don't end up opting for, which is interesting. They have the Omen, which is very original. That's something that we've seen a lot. That's something that you really bring out. If you're an OG team, I guess they don't really have the innovation that they want or need. Maybe they don't need it. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, Agents locked in. So we're getting right into this match. This is the second best of 3 that we have for today. And I think probably the last one, because we have the finals tomorrow. But whatever the case, it's been a long day for both these teams, but even longer Fate. We'll see what they have to bring out in this match. We're going into bind. Pistol round incoming as soon as we get into the map.
Yep, straight up right into it, and I'm excited, right? We have some fantastic players coming out, and of course my eyes are on Kaqzi. I think this is one of the teams that we were not able to spectate throughout the opening quarterfinals rounds, so I'm very interested to see what they can pull out. Again, they have not been on stream yet, so we get to see a glimpse into their arsenal of activities, and already we do see a B stack coming out for them. And again, with the pistols, I assume stacks. I always love teams that do stack and are able to just say, yeah, let's go for it. This is what we're going to play. This is the opportunity that they have. 10 seconds left, and they're going to go ahead and give themselves a little bit of priority. And I think also on an off note, we have for Kaqzi on their team, they have Kensei and then Kensei's dad. So father-son duo potentially being played. Best thing ever. We're going to go ahead and get the first blind going out, and they're going to hard charge straight through, but can't find any kills. A couple blinds, and hey, that's okay. Takes out Ken straight to the head. Hizu is going to go ahead and take out Posh, who was one of the top fraggers from the previous round. And Volt gets Simply Delicious in the back. This flank is disgusting, as that's okay is going to realize that Volt's right on his side. They're going to go ahead and pick up that ghost, and Volt gets a 3K, make that potentially 4. That's going to be cringy, figuring out that might be the wrong spot. Takes a classic right click straight to the backside and is quickly going to get taken out. Volt gets a 4K to kick things off, and Kaqzi turning on the afterburners.
Welcome to match 2, boys. We're starting out fast, and a 4K for Volt. That's exactly what you want to see Arena doing. No one else needs to chime in. They lost their first duelist right off the bat. Ken goes down. His dad also went down. This is interesting because, like you mentioned, we have Kensei and his dad, but we also have Ken. Like, just Ken. So there's 3 people in the same family. We suggest that they probably have some pretty good synergy, and we saw that right there and then, right? The Sky, even inside the tube, caught out with a flash. Didn't matter. Teammate had his back, able to take out the player and spawn. Bailey had no chance of getting into that round. It's a very clean one. You got a fake dash from Ken to pretend like he's going up that long B. Bait out a peek maybe, but it's instead hookah gonna be the brunt of the aggression, and even the worst weapons. Hizu gets traded out in turn, but stereo frags from the opposing attackers. The site is planted.
Spike planted.
Easy site take and difficult retake for 2 classics to be able to do.
Yeah, and this is not only the fact that those are a couple blinds going out, and still the right click is found. Bailey able to find one. This is going to be a little bit tough. Fate only have 2 members standing again. Kaqzi is going to go ahead and lose Ken. So that's a nice little frag that they found. Again, the backside is where they are positioned. Bailey trying to pick off the head of Kensei, but can't find a gun and gets popped. The ghost is able to find the frag. One more is there. Kensei gets a double. was going to lock down that round for Kaqzi. And I just wanted to point out, this is already a bad sign, even though it's only a few rounds in, right? Fate are a defensive team. When they were running a lot of their rounds, they were on the defensive side back in their first series. If they are dropping early rounds now, that spells a little bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah, and that's kind of how the nature of the game works, right? Maybe there are two possibilities, and we talked about this in the break. They either are absolutely exhausted and they're going to get rolled, or we just witnessed a match between the two of the top teams in this tournament. But whatever the case, getting right into it, Ken is right into the thick of things. He's all the way up into U-Haul. Doesn't want to put... Okay, I say that. He wants to go right through. Wants to take all these fights, and there is a trade. Ken actually goes down, but Hizu has a response in time. And now, Spike gone down. One player back. U-Haul wants to make this clear with his utility. Molotov goes back in. It's everyone waiting on the other side of here. Kensei's got the angle covered. Flash going through, not going to land too much, but there's no one on for a flank. It is literally butting horns. Both sides are in this U-Haul, wanting to hold, wanting to take position, but it's Wolf to win every single fight. Double headshot, heals coming through, so the damage doesn't even matter. 2 versus 3, coming back in short. Posh finally hitting that flank. Now it's evened up. Now it's just whoever can win the gun duels, and Posh is winning all of them so far. Last player on top of the box. Kensei swivels to get both kills.
All right. So, you know, we were talking about Kensei and Kensei's dad, but Volt is showing that he is also a KD leader. Was able to pick off 3, and that, I think, is massive. Already has the Empress available. And with someone that's a top fragger, you know, Reyna has kind of fallen out of the meta a little bit. When you have a Reyna, getting those frags is huge. That means that they can take full advantage of the Empress, full advantage of the Leer, right? This overheal, this overclocking abilities. And, I mean, already having that available means that these early stages are, I feel, completely in Kaqzi's hands.
Walking right up first engage is going to be Volt, likely, unless the Breach wants to peek out. That's a good flash and a good kill onto Hizu, but the corner checked. Volt only has 1 more left to engage, and yeah, easy kill. Delicious, though, gets another frag. Somehow keeping it even. It shouldn't matter that much. There's a dink. Great headshot to Kensei, but better gun. What are you going to do against that? Spike going down. Shouldn't be too much to say for these last remaining players.
Yep, just a formality at this point. You can see both of these players, Cringy and Bailey, waiting, trying to get a flank option off, but gets a couple picks, and Kensei is going to go ahead and realize that someone's right behind there. Couple shots from the top of the round, and Ken also goes ahead, picks up a 3K. He's going to finish that one out, and that is, I believe, 4 rounds in their favor, as all of them have been won. Not just on the Spike, just straight up running them down. And Fate have 4 ultimates now available, but still very, very rough time on the defensive.
Yeah, this is wow. Starting out fast, and it might admittedly end fast, which would kind of be anticlimactic based on what we just saw, but that's just how tournaments go. Sometimes you got to deal with it. These are the playing conditions, and it wouldn't even be different. Like, you can't even blame LAN, you can't even blame online. There's no ping. It's you're playing for a long time, right? And if you want to have the fatigue not be in against you, you want to be able to finish these fights fast, and it's just not happening. Cringy does manage to get the entry, but there is a res so fast because they have been so successful in getting the frags, and Kensei even up in the heaven position gets 1. Posh does manage to trade out, and there's a run it back for I to try and take some space and maybe some free kills in exchange for a body. But no, is not able to find anything. Shoots right through the wall, sees a single player, but the right click is not going to land. Back into heaven he goes, and Hizu even takes out his teammate. Posh coming back through. No one is able to find a single kill past the Omen. Got a bit aggressive up in heaven, and it's 5 flawless so far for Kaqzi.
Yeah, and again, Fate are no new members to being down multiple rounds, right? They have been down before. They have been down in that situation. However, I don't think they've ever been down when they're on the defensive side. This is a brand new aspect of the situation, and with how fast-paced this game has been kicking off, keep in mind the plants have been coming within, I think, the first 20 to 25 seconds of round start, which is extremely fast, right? There is no stopping. Usually you see a spread and a little bit of respect thrown down in terms of trying to figure out where everyone is, but this is straight up Kaqzi just going, yeah, we're skill checking you every single time until you do something about it.
And sometimes when you like it is that simple. They are walking straight through. Volt is through hookah. They have cleared every single angle. Wary enough. I think he saw the jet. Oh, just the timing not working out for Posh. He jumps, but yeah, the shot it just doesn't happen. Ken manages to remove him from under hookah. Site's been taken already. Like I said, this one might be one of the longest plant times. 30 seconds, even delayed just a tiny bit by that Brim ulti. But Pistol is only able to get this first. Cringy is going to get traded out, and the Marshall misses. Bailey, not much of an option. Yeah, they've spotted him. Can't even get the first. Can't even deny the plants.
Yeah, that's just a rough time going around. And can you blame fate, right? Maybe, right? Saying, hey, you should have been prepped for this. Maybe should be a better up. But I mean, I can't fault them, and I will never fault them. They have played a heck of a series thus far. And I mean, to make it into the semifinals after that series, I congratulate them. So let's keep watching them, see how they do. Maybe they'll find a stride, which is what they did, right? In the first series as well. They dropped the first game very, very quickly. And the second one is really where they started turning it around. So maybe that is the same situation that will occur. See if they can do it. It's going to go ahead and open up a wide range of options, and Posh actually finds two before getting taken out, so that's a very big difference here.
Oh, missed shot from Ken too. So driven back, he goes right up. He just wants to take the duels. This guy is so aggressive. Going right back just to keep himself alive for the time being, and triple through the teleporter. They must hear it. Yeah, they have every inkling. This should be an A plane. The Brim still is present to try and catch across. Is able to see into showers for the time being. Not going to be smoked out. Thing is, Kenny get a kill though. Molly going to go down. That's okay. Has one, and Ken does trade back, but now he's the final one remaining. 1 minute, and Spike is not in his possession. With the knives, with the operator. Should have at least one engaged. The Brim peeks on at the wrong time. Shot missed from Jet again, but Ken has the first frag. All he needs is one more. 44 seconds. So much time to play with. Spike grabbed. So now he's got options. Goes for a tap. Goes for a fake, but he moves. He misses the shot because he just shifted a tiny little bit. Now, more chances. The ultimate being popped. He could still decide to go through teleporter, but he wants to stay. He wants to take the fight, but finally plays it safe. Goes all the way through. Switches the weapon as well. I think he still has the knives in his back pocket. Yeah, he's got at least one. Stun, he's going to stick the plant, which is fair. One flash going through, a dash even to keep himself alive for the time being.
You didn't see the cross.
It's the question.
Didn't see the cross. It's going to be so quiet. He's going to peek around the corner. Gets a headshot, Ken! Clutch 3K for the man. Rip all headphone users. I'm so sorry I got too excited. Still, 7 in a row. Kaqzi coming in like a storm.
That's insane. When you get clutches like that, in that kind of situation, what do you have such a great chance of winning that round. You catch the rotate off of showers, and still Ken steps up, gets every single frag that is needed. 7-0. Ken has an op again. 4 more rifles and a light buy for the side of Fates.
I mean, what more can be said? These guys are looking so beastly, and I'm so happy for that, right? Seeing some of these guys come out, that means that, you know, their options are there, and that's a great molly, but Volt is able to find one. Is going to get blinded and forced into the back corner of Hookah. They're going to go ahead and try and play this one out. Again, over here on B side. A couple more members left. Health bar is very, very low on Fate's edge. They're gonna get rushed here. Volt is straight up man moding this. Gets one, can't find two. Cringy able to take it out with the Spectre. Now he's gonna go ahead and go through. Hizu and Kensei's dad both find a frag. Last one left is Simply Delicious. He is gonna be simply dead here in just a little bit, but not before taking out Hizu. Able to take one frag back and get shot straight in the back. Ken executes him on the spot.
God, they're just getting run down. I don't want to call it this early, but it's been 8 rounds. And only one of them so far has even seemed realistic for Fate. And they still lost it because of Ken's brilliance. This is he did it all, and for now it's just I don't think there's anything else to say. There's no point of analysis. And it's kind of sad just to be that way, but when you just gotta win the aim duels sometimes, and when Ken is making those clutches happen. I can't even say clutches, he only did it once. He only did it once. You know why? Because they only needed it once. Every other round was decisive. They don't need to clutch when everyone can get their own kills. Bolt straight through again. Lear is going to push all the way through. He's going to fight the Brim back at U-Haul probably. I don't know, he's just gonna hold. That's the most amazing thing. Even if they're so dominant, they're still disciplined. They're not gonna overpeak. They're not gonna over-aggress.
That is such a huge thing. Ken goes ahead, gets a snap onto A. That's okay. Posh 1G finds Volt with a headshot to the blades, but Cringy is going to go ahead and take out Ken. Kensei is going to go ahead and take up Cringy. And Bailey with a flurry of blows. Hizu is able to take out 2. Now this is a 2-on-1 situation. Fate are going to go ahead and line up for the firing squad. Hizu gets a 3K. 9-round wins. Kaqzi looks like they are ready to close out this game.
Oh, even when it looks like there's a chance, man. I mean, yeah, they play it well. Kaqzi, they're disciplined, and the fact that they're smart, they line up, but not in a bad way. They line up side to side. The guy can't transfer that fast. It's you got to be 10s, and he's in Iceland. He's not here playing today, so this is not going to happen. Nice try from Bailey, able to hit that flank, but it's just nothing doing. It's another light buy, 2 shotguns, one of them kind of useless at this point. They're stacked B, so it is a good read. Good decision from them to be able to gamble this. But these attackers, I mean, they don't have to commit if they don't want to. They don't see any action in Kensei. That doesn't check the corner, and that actually goes down. That's 5 kills, all in the midst of 5 seconds. That is how Fate win their first round.
As Fate would have it in the most chaotic moment ever. We saw one person enter from Garden, and then all hell broke loose. And Kaqzi, I think, was even caught off guard. The entirety of the team was just like, we got nothing. We're sorry. We got literally nothing in that setup. So, yeah, that's just a round loss. And Fate go ahead and grab one. It's not going to be a complete 13-0. Fairly close to it, though. And Fate might have an opportunity here. Start clawing their way back. They need to at least pick up, I believe it is 3 rounds or 2. My math is a little bit off. 3 rounds. That's it. If they want to match it up. 2. Sorry. That's 12 in a single half. Even I'm tired from the first series. Volt goes ahead, gets a headshot on Bailey. That's going to be a mow down once again. Volt is going to go ahead, go into the Empress, and just try and end it here. Cringy is going to find one before he falls. And the assault on A has been started. Volt just meets A. That's okay. Straight in the chest with a 3K. Ken goes ahead, picks up one more. Couple off shots in the top side. Posh cannot find it. Posh is going to fall, and Volt gets a second 4K of this half.
Man, I did not know this was Animal Crossing, but Kaqzi are just farming right now. They have no reservations. It's literally you can't rely on that one round, right? That one round. The reason why that one round was won is because they won the 50-50 coin flip. They stacked all their eco players on one site, and Kaqzi ran straight into them. That doesn't happen every day, and in fact, it's not going to happen again because they're not choosing to do the same thing. Another eco, but they decide to run a default 2-3. This is knives up, running down long B. It's like, what do you do? Jet dashes all the way, and I think Ken actually misses, so simply gets 1 kill, but he's being aggressed on by so many players. The ultimate, though, this could be kind of a big deal, but the good thing for the attack is they make it around the corner in time, but Bailey has already pushed his way all the way up short. Kensei's dad has the trade onto that one player, and the flash comes through is even good, but maybe not enough, because Kensei's last alive gets removed by Posh, and they have their second round.
What?
Switching sides.
Comes out of nowhere. Fate go ahead and pull a second round back. I don't know if we saw it in the chat, but Volt was even like, man, that was a hectic round. No idea what was going on. Of course, now we have the swap, and unfortunately, and I say unfortunately in the most endearing term possible, Fate are now on the attacking side, and this is where we saw them falter very heavily in their fight against against Divine Ascension, right? This is going to be a little bit problematic if we can't see them kind of find their own rhythm against Kaqzi. And if Kaqzi get wind of the fact that they are weaker on this attacking side, we could see this end in just a snap.
Yeah, and admittedly, like, a snap might be all it takes. They're running into Ken right now, and there's also the Sage of Hizu in this B, and you gotta think, when you're 10-2 up, and you're a team of this caliber, Kaqzi should be getting aggressive. They should be going for some information, making these teleport plays. They're not willing to, not just yet. Molotov's going to go in to clear the closed corners, and Ken's in a bit of trouble walking through the walls. So he's going to get out of there alive and maybe go for the shots. Delicious doesn't get the kill, but Cringy just straight on to Ken. There's one more player on site. That's the Sage, able to get one. Volt coming through spawn as well. It's a disaster for the attack. They're all falling one by one, all up to the Viper. Bailey can find nothing in that 1 versus 3.
It was a good attempt. They got the plan down, but they could not prep for the retake. Kaqzi, confident in their pistol fights, now up 11-2, and after winning that pistol, should win the 12th as well. This should be well and done, putting themselves at match point here in the final moments. And I mean, they have played an immaculate game thus far. They know that Fate have some tendencies to twist the threads of time, but you know, I don't think this time they're gonna allow, you know, Fate to have its choice.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen. They've got to come up with something different, right? Because there's 4 on A right now for the side of the defense. Kaqzi has their Sage up U-Haul with a shotgun, multiple different Spectres. Their Jet is alone in that hookah position. No one's watching long. But it looks like they're making the correct read because there's so many people here, all 5. One coming up short, 4 outside shower. They're going to walk straight into the stack, lose their lives. There is nothing to be done. That's okay, gets a single frag. And the last that's remaining is the U-Haul player. I mean, he's made his way in here, but Posh is... He is sad. He's sad. Major upset. Shot through the wall.
Match
Went through every description in the book right there, and I love it. It hurts. And again, I mean, that was like fish in a barrel. You got 1 round left, and I mean, you take a look. This is it, right? You're coming out with a couple weapons. Not exactly what you would hope, but again, it's a full buy, right? You had that full buy attempt. This is your time to kind of shine. Yes, it's an uphill climb, but get to it. Start making that headway, maybe on the back of Cringy, who's actually shown up pretty decently, right? Couple high tier frags here and there, but we'll see what they decide to do. Posh 1G hoping to find a sneaky frag here over on each side, and that's gonna be the first one. Volt getting taken out.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's leaves the Omen left alive here. There is an ultimate coming out the board. That's out of showers. They spot Kaqzi, and he gets 1, so that's pretty big. Thing is, that remains 3. 1 with a shotgun. He's not going to have too much of a chance to come back into this round unless he can recover a rifle from one of these 2 dead bodies, but that's just not going to happen. He can't get out of spawn unless his teammates have something to say, and Ken seemingly does. Hizu has a close range fight, but through the smoke, that's a kill. That's okay, gets another. Now Kensei's dad, the father, is last remaining, but he has not performed exceptionally this game. He's obviously on the scoreboard. Their team is winning, but this man's at 6-9, bottom of the entire leaderboard for their team. What more can he do? Can he put himself on top? Can he make it happen? He gets the first. 3 bullets left to save this game. Completely blind, nothing doing. Simply has the clutch.
Simply delicious with that blind. That was immaculate, right? Very well timed, knew exactly what was going to occur. Able to pop it out, and that is going to allow them to win 1 more round. It's 1, and they're making their way, but they have to make their way through a full set, or I think a half buy. Taking a look here, Ken is actually working on a sheriff. I think if I'm seeing that right, only a sheriff, and the rest of them all with pure weapons. So, I mean, that is something for the side of Fate. They've been able to knock someone out of the econ, but 1 out of 5 is still might not be enough.
Yeah, especially because it's kind of 3 that are doing the heavy fragging work right now for Kaqzi. It's Volt, Ken, and Kensei. The father, the only one on the support. I mean, understandable. He's cheering his son on the sidelines.
It's quiet here as well. See, the wall did go up. Bailey trying to create a little bit of vision. That's gonna be the flash to start things off. Posh gets 1. That's okay, gets another. This is great for Fate, and that makes it 3. That's okay is gonna go ahead and pick up a massive advantage for his team. 5 on 2 here out of nowhere. We said Fate was very much a defensive squad, but they are proving me wrong here with a couple round wins. This might be their 4th one, 3rd one on the attack. Izu had something else to say about it, though. Finds 2 more, and I might have spoken a little bit too soon. Vandal is reloaded and ready to go. Posh finds 1 on the back end. Kensei's dad falls, and now this is a 1-on-3.
Gets the first in the 1 versus 3. Oh, that was a chance, but yeah, the flashes from Delicious are just way too good. And those flashes have technically won 2 rounds in a row. other than that, Hizu, there was a valid chance. Everyone on the team, I didn't mention his name when I spoke about the 3 fraggers on the side of Kaqzi, but it's not like he can't do it, right? He's definitely up there in the scoreboard. He just hasn't needed to step up ever since. And that round, he finally got called on and just breach. Like, that's why he lost. It's because his opponent was breach. Like, if anyone else, he might get that frag, but they still have a lot of leeway. 8 rounds left for their opponents of Fate to tie it up, and that's even, like, you got to go into overtime. And they're already fatigued, and the Jet Knives are out. So many ultimates for this defense. A teleport, a res is everything in their favor right now. Ken has the perfect positioning, but right clicks and misses.
Yeah, he's going to have to book it right back and try and get to safety. Again, he's only sitting on the classic, so the rest of the team is starting to make their way over. Gets one right click, launches a lot of damage, and is still staying alive. Kensei comes around the side. Kensei's dad, actually, that's going to be Posh, getting taken out by Ken. Huge trades across the board means F8 are only laid with 1. Fate sitting on a chance, but the thrifty victory seals Kaqzi's victory, and they are going to go ahead and take map number 1.
The hectic ending, that's what, I mean, what else are we going to have in this kind of game, right? We saw the beginning of this game be so fast and so just chaotic, and that's how it ends as well. Smokes all around the site. No one can see anything, but the defense is what prevails. Kaqzi is just, they just look like the dominant team right now. And I guess this is something that we were afraid to see coming into the semis, but it's just kind of how the tournament goes when you have the seeds, how they are. I mean, the seeds, whatever we can see it from these teams that are basically just pug rosters. But whatever the case, yeah, this is some ridiculous showing from the side of Kaqzi, 13-4, and there's not much complex stuff that goes into this. It's them winning aim duels most of the time. Volt is on the Reyna. He's on the agent that is meant to just go in and kill people and heal and keep killing people, and that's exactly what he did. So well done to the entire roster, but I think that's just about it. Anything else you want to say, Orbital?
No, I mean, it was a well-fought battle, but again, Fate running possibly on empty on the fumes, so we'll see what they can do here in map number 2. We will go ahead to go to a very quick break. We'll be right back with map number 2 between Kaqzi and Fate.